Morning, guys. It is Monday, July 8th, and there's a lot of numbers in the horoscope today. My God, I don't even know where to start. All I can tell you is we go 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, a lot of eights. Okay, and we go all the way up to 10. We basically major forward progress, major movement. Wow, these cards are soggy today. Okay, let me see if I can't loosen them up. Okay, so the main numbers of the day and date are 8 and 27. So it's about leadership. It's ability to cope, awakenings that create balance. And then we have 3 4s, which is about control, grounding, manifesting, being calm and in control. And 5, which is changes, confidence, changes in boundaries. It's also about gifts and surprises. Then we have 6, and 6, which is the healer's number. It's showing your love through service, it's healing, it's love, it's social responsibility. Then we have 1 7, okay, awakenings, partnership, harmony, destruction. Oh, I'm having issues here. Okay, I guess I'm not going to be using this one. Sorry, guys. It's a little rainy today, so the cards are sticky. They did get ruined, so on days like today, they don't cooperate. Let's use this one. There we go. Way better, right? Okay, then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5, 17. 17 is a wish. It's expressing harmony. It's awakenings within the self, or expressing awakenings. 7 is harmony. Hell, it's destruction. It's partnership. It's psychic downloads, intuition. And 1 is about the self. It's expression. It's self-reliance. Holy cow, I am sweating. It is super muggy today, guys. So there's a lot of all around 8s. So this is something that we're building for a lifetime. Let's see, changes in service, peace, beginnings and endings. What else do we have? We have the moon in Libra. So it is all about partnerships today. Yesterday was 7 7. We like 7 to be doubled and concentrated, especially if you are on the right path. If you're not on the right path, you're not going to like number 7s. They could literally, you could blow your mind. Your own thoughts could destroy you when you realize things. Let's see, what else do we have? Venus squaring Chiron. Developing or asserting your values. Sometimes you have trouble saying yes. Sometimes you have trouble saying no. It's kind of like you're waiting for something. Then Venus sextiling Uranus can be super, super romantic, sentimental, and unusual ideas about love. I don't know what to tell you. It's like, living in the same house and having your own bedroom, or living in different houses and being married, or even long distance relationships. It's doing things your style, never mind what everybody else expects you to do. It is what feels good to you. Okay, then we also have Chiron going retrograde in Aries and Mercury conjuncting Mars. So you're going to do really well with writing and literary pursuits. Okay, I forgot where I was. Mercury conjunct Mars, right? So you're going to feel compelled to start moving. You're either going to go somewhere or you're going to tell someone where to go. Also, too, this is a time of action and traveling, writing. With Mercury and Mars both involved, it's passionate writing, okay, and it's a lot of intelligence, speaking, because at the time, at this time, you're very witty, very expressive. You can get your point across, and you want to get your point across. Then Chiron retrograde in Aries, which is about the quest to self-master the self, okay? Finding your inner balance, finding out how to balance when shit hits the fan, basically. And then, of course, oh my gosh, difficulties. I literally, guys, I am sweaty. Everything's sticking. Cards are sticking to my hands. My shirt's sticking to my back. Okay, we also have a T-square that exits through the moon in Libra. So basically, you're going to have courage. Whatever happens, you're going to have courage and keep working together to build security and a home together, or build a foundation or a base together, okay? It's partnership and harmony, okay? Same old shit, different day. It's time to work together, or to figure out how you can work together. Because some people don't know how, you know? Sometimes you have to sit down and use the... I feel, okay? I feel like blank when blank is not done, or when something is said. Don't point, don't say you, say I feel, or I would like, or I need, right? Unless you're going, I need with your hands out, then, well, then you can suck it. Just kidding. Maybe people are so used to taking care of themselves, they're not used to, and they haven't trained themselves quite to think about other people. It's always been, you know, the single show, and we're working on it, okay? We don't automatically get handed the perfect relationships. It's something that you have to work on through trial and error. Okay, now the thing is, you have to be wanting to commit in this relationship in order to work on it. Otherwise, you know, it's my way or the highway. Well, you know, go stand on the fucking highway. Big chunk of cards just came out. I'm not sure if I'm going to take them. Let me feel it out. We'll roll through that really fast, because this is basically a description. We've got the Two of Cups, which is the first card. It's romance, it's love, it's definite Cancer energy. Venus is in Cancer right now, so this is sentimental and sweet, wanting to take care or showing care for you. But on the other hand, this could be somebody wanting you to take care of them, you know, using you for every kind of nourishment, whether it's mental, spiritual, physical, financial. Basically, here is a couple, okay? A couple that's made a commitment to each other.
Hi, George.
Good morning. Uh-oh. No, we're not doing that. Okay. I'm having difficulty shuffling. Sorry, guys. Can we get a little bit of clarifiers for this Two of Cups energy, please? Clarifier for Two of Cups. Yeah. I love these cards. You see how smooth these ones shuffle? Because these haven't been wet. They're basically brand new. Okay, we'll stay with that. Mature woman. Two of Cups, mature woman. So somebody has settled into this relationship. They're already in the place that they're supposed to be. Okay, you know, in terms of expectations of society, and in terms of expectations how relationships are supposed to be. Somebody's very comfortable in this position, being committed, knowing that one day you're going to be growing old with this person. And if you notice that the mature woman, she's a number 6, okay? Love and responsibility, the matriarch, the grandma or auntie figure that always takes care, you know, can I get you something to drink? Can I get you something to eat? Are you comfortable? Do you need a blanket? The gracious host. So there's this stigma here that in the relationship that somebody's supposed to serve And I say stigma because that's not necessarily true. You only do these things if you want. And with the sign of Cancer, which we are in, the energy still of the Cancer total solar eclipse, it's all about taking care and going back to the roots. So for some of you guys, this could even signal like a relationship with the mother, or becoming that mother figure yourself, stepping into a role of leadership to where you're on the adult table now. You're no longer on the kids table. Also too, this can say something about what somebody is, expectations that somebody is having, what they treat you as, the gracious host or the indentured servant. High Priestess, the Moon, Ace of Cups, the World, Nine of Cups, Mentor of Discs, Temperance, Star, and the Two of Wands. That's a whole hell of a lot of cards. Okay, normally I would have said put them back, but I feel like we can breeze through this really quick. And I'll pull out the chunks of cards when I feel I need verification. Okay, High Priestess and the Moon. Yet again, more Cancer energy. So there's a lot of care and concern going back and forth. People are wondering, am I really needed? Do I need this, or do I want this? Do I need this person, or do I want this person? Or this could be a case of somebody constantly needing, and you have to come in like the mama figure and cater to somebody else. The High Priestess is also about intuition. It's the inner mystery, your inner divinity. Okay, then we have the Moon, which is also represented by Cancer. So there's a lot of Cancer energy here, a lot of things going on in the home. Cancer is also all about structure too, yeah, structure and roots. Okay, so it's like, unless you like being the gracious host and having to fawn all over everybody, then there'll be you're okay with the Cancer Moon. Okay, it's okay to want to take care of, but when you're the one that's not getting taken care of, then that's probably the biggest issue. So the Moon. Some of you guys might be really, really emotional. There's a lot of emotional energy here. One, two, three, four, five. 5 cups. We've got 5 cups. So there's quite a bit of emotion, quite a bit of care, quite a bit of love. Things are up on the table. It's kind of showing people true colors. For some, this might be moody and emotional, bitchy, you know, because last week I was seeing this mature woman card. To me, she was looking like she had cat shit smelling face, you know, like that wrinkled up grouchy bitch face that looks like they're constantly smelling cat shit. I kept seeing that. I kind of see that today. I see she's got a look on her face like, fuck, I got to do this again. Mainly because she's placed in that position to where all the responsibility for taking care of everybody is placed on her. Nobody does anything for themselves. They don't even try. They just want her to serve. This is not good, though. This is not good. Unless somebody actually enjoys that, you're making somebody your slave. Okay, so I suggest, you know, if there's somebody that's usually always the one that has to clean up or take care or clear the dishes or pick that up or get a drink or, you know, I want to say this sounds like bullshit. I mean, we all love Auntie, we all love Grandma, but really, why is she doing everything? Okay, this mature woman has served enough people over her lifetime that she deserves to be the one cared for and treated. It's time for the tables to turn. And if you didn't know it, the North Node is in Cancer too. Okay, so the North Node in Cancer and the South Node being in Capricorn is about flipping the page and finally getting recognition and reciprocity, getting back what you've put out. Okay, you've put out a lot of love and service. Some of you guys, a lot of you guys are going to be getting it back, and others, you're going to have to ask for it back, because people are so used to you serving them, they don't even consider for once that they could do something for you. Okay, so somebody here might not be feeling appreciated. In fact, they could be sulking and in their head, because also another Cancer trait, festering. Thinking and no wonder she's got cat shit face, but there's really no talking coming from her. She's just sitting here thinking about all the injustices. Fuck, I would be angry too. Okay, so the moon, dreams, revelations, eruptions of the subconscious. So she might actually come to a point where she's going to say enough is enough, but I have a feeling it's not going to be said. It's more or less going to be screamed out of desperation. Somebody see me. I'm tired of being the unpaid servant doing all the thankless work. Okay, and it's definitely somebody who's got that mother energy. You don't necessarily have to be a mother. If you have animals, you're a mother. If you have an immature partner, you're a mother. Your partner's a mother if they're immature. There's many different forms of mothering. Okay, so if you take care of something or someone, you're the mother of. This doesn't have to be just for mothers with human children. Okay. Ace of Cups and the World. Ace of Cups is about love. This can be self-love. This can be the one that you were meant to be with. And I see a lot of you guys do have that, because you have the Ace and the Two of Cups, meaning you have real love and now you have a real love commitment. So there is somebody else in the picture that's probably most likely. You guys are committed, you guys love each other, but something needs to be fixed here. There's an imbalance. Somebody is being served and the other person is not. They're not getting their needs met. Now, once upon a time, you may have thought that that's what you wanted. You just wanted to have a home that you could be in, but now you find yourself an indentured servant, constantly having to do for others and nobody doing for you. Well, you do for you because you love yourself, but nobody else thinks of you enough to do those things for you. You know, all the shit work's left for you. Come home every day to a dirty sink full of dishes. You always have to wash it before you make dinner, before you serve dinner, before you gather the dishes and put it back in the sink. Nobody makes you dinner, nobody serves you, and nobody certainly cleans up after you. Okay, so hence the imbalance. The one person who's always taking care doesn't get taken care of. Okay, so you're not sure if you want to be in that commitment or this situation anymore, because it feels like you're giving too much and not getting anything in return. You're being left out. Okay, who cares for you? Who is doing for you? Okay, has anybody ever made you breakfast in the morning? Have you ever come home to find everything was cleaned already and you can actually sit down instead of having to, you know, put your stuff away and then immediately start cleaning up after everybody else in the house? Who loves you? Who loves you, baby? Okay, then we have 21. The World. This is also unlimited options. An authentic expression. The World is also Saturn, so it's about karma and things coming together. Okay, you love yourself. An old wish has come true. You've begun to establish a home with the one you love. Things are going to start coming together, though. There's no communication, so all these things oh, they never do this, or this never does this. This is all in your head. You're not saying anything. It's basically, you're having all these emotions that you're working through, and then basically you have to slap yourself and reel yourself out of it. Because, well, you don't want to spin. You know, festering is a danger with Cancer. You can brood and brood and brood, and all it's doing is breeding that negative energy, working yourself up to the point where you could literally throw a fit that's unnecessary. But there's emotions that are being built up here, and what needs to happen is those emotions need to spill out. So something needs to be expressed. Okay, it'll all come together. But the thing is, you have to watch how you express it. Okay, there's a buildup here, but the hardest thing to do is to come from a place of love when you're so angry and there's this injustice against you. Nobody's with you. You're here alone. You're trying to speak up and nobody's hearing you. It can make you so angry that you can treat people like shit. But you need to treat people how you want to be treated. So you can't blow up on somebody else. You have to figure out a way to express yourself to them. This may be getting on your nerves a little bit. Like you could have had disturbances in your sleep. Could be having dreams. You could be having dreams about the perfect love. Or you could be daydreaming. If only they did this. Or if only I did this, then I could this. If only they did this, I could do this. Yeah, this feels like daydreaming. Because there's no communication. There's no communication here. It's all in the heart, all in the head. It's all about feelings. And it's also moving through these feelings, I want to say briefly, or actually really quickly. Then we have Mentor of Death, which is about strengths and limitations. It's also a teacher or a student. It's as above, so below. Can be a dark-skinned person who has something of material value to share. Okay, from somebody that has energy to share and exchange with you. Can be how to exercise, how to meditate, how to invest money, how to work, how to do this way, investing in real estate. This can also be about strengths and limitations monetarily. It's also energy, strengths, and limitations, because Mentor of Death, discs are earth. And the earth cards are associated with energy, time, money, attention, ideas, and love, right? So there is a limit to what you can take. There is a limit. Oh. Wow. Okay. In terms with the limit, you got really good cards. Ace of Cups, Nine of Cups, World card, 14 Temperance, and the Star card. Okay. You got the Two Wish cards. You've got the Divine Timing card. You've got a teacher with strengths and limitations. I almost want to say, hold on. Help is coming. Okay, completely forgot where I was. You may have heard the customer walk in and say hello. Switch me right out of this. Okay, so somebody was brooding. You do have everything you wish for. You have love. You have a commitment. Things are going to come together. You just have to know your limits, your strengths, and your limits. Okay, you need to know when to say yes. You need to know when to say no. So part of the problem here is somebody isn't saying no when they're being bothered. When something is bothering you, if you don't want to do it, don't go and stomp and go and get it. Turn around and say no. Get it yourself. Do it yourself. I'm busy. Right? For so long, society has groomed you to be the servant and not question and just do. But that's why we're here, right? Light workers, that's why we're here, to stop being groomed as sheep and to come back to our natural state. Our natural state is not in servitude. That is where we were put. That's where we were put by the government. That's where we were put by society. That's where we are put in our relationships by our partners, because that's how it's always been. Well, how it's always been is not one size fits all. Okay, so what's happening is there's going to be a leveling, a balancing out. We've got temperance, divine timing, waiting for your opening to act. Temperance is also about social media. So being open, expressing joy, hope. It's also optimism. Then we have the star, which is another wish card, is the card of the Aquarius. Both of these are about hope, optimism, and healing. After a storm, after a trauma, maybe that trauma was oh, hold on. Maybe that trauma was all this time of a rocky relationship because that relationship was based on expectations of society. Okay, so you enter this relationship and you think everything's all hunky-dory. Oh, it's like we're like mom, we're like dad, haha, look at us, we're growing old like grandma and grandpa, when really neither of you are happy in the roles that you tried to slide yourself into. Okay, so there's a creation of our new roles that are more aligned, more in line with our happiness. Okay, that's what this is. Somebody needs to be happy. Somebody's not happy. That could be why they're emotional, because they're not getting taken care of. They're not getting what they need. They're being told they're this, and if they're unhappy, they're being told they're not supposed to feel unhappy. Well, honestly, who the fuck are you to tell me how to feel? I mean, you feel this way, this is how you feel. You need to say something about it, and here comes the authentic expression of how you feel, of your emotions with all these hurts here. Okay, and then I'm tired. Mentor of Dis, strengths and limitations. There is a limit. I'm done being the maid. I'm done being the servant. You either need to work with me or you can work by yourself. Okay, temperance. I was here before you. I lived before you. I will live after you. Okay, the star. Getting your wishes fulfilled. Society, groups, happiness with your friends. Your friends will be there for you. They will talk you down if necessary. Neighbors, hopes, and dreams. We have a lot of 17s on the board today. 17s equal 8. 8 is about, well, it's as above, so below. It's magician. So there's a huge measure of something being created. This is new energy being created for a wish, a new wish. Okay, before we all used to be like, oh, I want to find my number one love. I want a soulmate. Okay, so you find the soulmate. Now what? I want to live happily ever after. Okay, well, what does happily ever after look like? Because society says you're supposed to do this and you're supposed to do this. Okay, so now it's time to say you've reached your limit. This is what I will do, and this is what I won't do. Okay, Two of Wands, planning, goals, creation, a crossroads. To me, this kind of has like a T-square edge to it, you know. I'd be happier if I was free. I'd be happier if I wasn't chained to the kitchen or chained to the house. I'd be happier if cleanup and service was a group effort instead of the shit work being left for me. Four of Cups and the Lovers. Okay, yep, see? Four of Cups. I'm not satisfied. I'm not happy. Okay, this does not make me feel good at all. And look, there's even dishes here. I don't feel like washing the damn dishes. I'm sick of washing the dishes. They're gonna sit in the sink. Okay, and then either somebody else is going to pick it up, or you're going to leave the dirty dishes and go have a good time and party. Because this is also temptation, but it's also victim mentality. Okay, so if you are leaving the dishes in the sink and being nasty about it, you are resorting to 3D temptations. Okay, you can say, I don't appreciate that I'm the only one who ever does the dishes. And the dishes are totally standing out to me, the coffee cups. Okay, so somebody else needs to step up and step in here and help out. Hold on. Okay. Completely forgot where I was again. Okay, but looking at this, where was I? Somebody is not happy. And part of the problem that they're not happy is they're not speaking up. They're just doing things and brooding over it like... victim mentality. It's so hard not to go there and blame somebody else for what's happening. But honestly, you know, if there's a... look at this. The dishes are piling up in the sink, you know, and you're running water into them, rinsing them off, going, fuck, nobody ever fucking does the dishes. Everybody expects me to clean up and blah, 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 blah. Okay, that right there is making the wrong choice, because you know what's happening? First of all, you're blaming others. Second of all, so you're doing it. Why does the dishes have to be washed? Because you've set a standard where I don't want to see dirty dishes, so I have to do it, but nobody else has to do it. Well, on that same note, you're putting that out to everybody that you expect somebody else to do it right now. Isn't that what they're doing to you? Okay, so how does fighting 3D with 3D work? It doesn't, right? You can see that, right? Okay, so there needs to be a discussion about delegation of responsibilities. Now, you can't... a lot of us women, we're, you know, everybody expects the woman to step up and volunteer for the housework. I say, oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. No, that is not the woman's responsibility. It's the shit work, because the males are lazy and they want to be entitled to be served. Well, who serves the queen? Right? There's no service to the queen here. There's expectations lumped on the queen, but no service to the queen. And at the same time, the queen is trying to maintain that composure because, you know, the lover's card, she's trying to make that right choice in order to foster a calm in the relationship, because we are in Moon and Libra right now. Okay, so sometimes you got to go along to get along. So somebody's sulking, somebody's not happy, but they're not saying anything for the moment. They got what they wanted. Okay, now they're going to have to figure out a way to express themselves as to not offend the partner, but to get this off the chest and get something done so you don't feel like you're being used. Somebody feels used. They're not being appreciated either. That's the thing. You gotta appreciate. And the funny thing about it is, you know, with the Lover's card too, of course that's associated with Gemini. Communication, traveling, and thought. Okay, if you're not happy, you need to say you're not happy. If you don't say anything, what does that do? It breeds a dissatisfaction, right, until things blow. We're not trying to wait till we get to that point. Okay, we have love. We don't want to blow it, so we need to figure out how to work together. Okay, before you could let loose on other people, and that's fine, you know, nobody could hold back your anger. But now you're an adult, you have a relationship with somebody who quite potentially you're going to grow old with. So, I mean, how do you grow, right? You get supported and you get nurtured. So you may just have to express that you don't feel that you're supported and you don't feel like you're getting nurtured. Okay, it's feeling a little one-sided, but you have to do it in a way that's not angry, because that will not accomplish anything. I just have to say that, you know. Unless this person is so misguided, in that case, this wouldn't be real love. This would have to be self-love, and you would have to leave. Life review, Archangel Jeremiel. Take inventory of your life and resolve to change or heal anything that is unbalanced. Okay, big imbalance is going on right now, so you already know what you have to address. And a lot of it has to do with yourself and your own feelings. You have to care and nurture for yourself. Chakra clearing, but you can't expect anybody else to do it for you or to you. Archangel Metatron, call upon me to clear and open your chakras using sacred geometrical shapes. Okay, somebody needs to do a little bit of meditation. I just got the count to 10. Count to 10 before you speak, okay? Dirty dishes on the floor, sitting there for 2 days. Okay, step over them. Eventually, somebody, they're going to stay there. It's going to stay there. And if somebody makes a remark about it, well, they can get up and clean it up themselves, right? If it bothers them so much, they can do it. Okay, bottom line is, sometimes you have to say no. And no matter how much the other person bitches, don't say yes in order to make peace. Say no if it doesn't feel good in the first place. Okay, guys, that's all I got for you today. Love you guys. Take care.